This first guest is absolutely incredible for being here. He really doesn't need any introduction at all, but I'm going to do it anyways because life is a journey, and I think it's important to give people their flowers when they accomplish great things. So our guest is one of the most successful comedians and movie stars of the last 20 years. He sold over 5 million albums, included the highest-selling comedy album in 28 years with over 1 billion streams of his content. All of his comedy albums have hit gold status, with 2 reaching double platinum: Retaliation, classic; Isolated Incident, classic. Okay. And both charting top 5 on the Billboard, right next to Jay-Z, if I recall correctly. He sold out Madison Square Garden 4 freaking times, and he's the second comedian to ever do that. Andrew Dice Clay, for any comedian experts in the chat, Andrew Dice Clay was the first one to do that. He's hosted Saturday Night Live 2 times, and he's had leading roles in multiple movies such as Employee of the Month, Waiting, My Best Friend's Girl, Mr. Brooks, Dan in Real Life, Good Luck Chuck, American Exit. That's a new one. If y'all haven't seen that, it's great. Go check that out. And without further ado, Dane Cook is in the building, baby.
Blue, what's up, man?
What's going on, dude? Thank you so much for joining us.
Dude, listen, next time, could you just stretch that intro out a little bit more? Did you could have added a few more things in there.
Hey, I need to cover everything, man. We got to give you your flowers, you know?
It's good to see you, man. Congratulations on the main page. What's up, everybody in the Twitch community? I'm really excited about tonight.
Thank you. So are we. And Dane, you're genuinely a hardcore gamer like the rest of us, which is really, really cool.
Can we just before we get there?
Yeah.
Can we just talk for a second about how intensely cool your page looks, and I look like I'm in Mr. Megorium's Emporium over here in comparison.
You've been on Twitch for what? 50 days?
I've been on. Here's how little I've been on there. You're sponsored. This is my sponsor, a $1 Party City Cup. That's
there you go. Yeah, you got to get those big sponsors rolling in, man.
No, man, this is exciting, man. I'm having a good time with the community, and I'm psyched to shoot the gift with you for a little bit before we jump in. So what's up?
Awesome. So you're genuinely a hardcore gamer, and you're working on a new documentary about your insane career, which is really, really exciting. You got a new TV show in the pipeline as well. And new tour dates for March and April are launching on your brand new website, danecook.com tonight. Tour tickets. Phenomenal. That's across the whole country or what?
We got Canada dates and U.S. dates, and they're just going to keep filling out as the year goes on.
Phenomenal. And he continues to be one of the most hardworking, respected comedians in the game. So thank you for gracing me with your presence and being on here. I kind of don't know how this is real life.
Let me just say, I saw Blue when he first was posting on one of his other social media apps. I think you had like 3 likes, and I wrote you, man, and I was like, you're grinding away. You seem like a really great guy. We got to know each other a little bit, and in a very short period of time, man, you're making a real splash. So again, kudos, congratulations, Party City Cup, $1
Cheers.
On sale.
Cheers. So first of all, we're going to jump into an interview. I just want to say you are genuinely my favorite comedian of all time. You were my introduction into stand-up, you and Eddie Murphy, actually. I was 13 years old. I had a friend in Detroit named Jason who had your Harmful on a burnt CD, and that's my introduction on you. And, of course, I went out and bought the CD-DVD combo, drove my mom crazy listening to it in the car every damn day, and then I had one of those Magnavox portable DVD players.
Yeah.
With the screen that flips up, and that's how my parents wouldn't buy me a TV, so that's how I watched your special religiously. So thank you for being here, man.
First of all, you're welcome, man. It's totally my pleasure. I grew up loving Eddie Murphy. I had never done a show in all my career with Eddie Murphy. In fact, he was kind of like the movie star when I was just starting to come out of doing like hell gigs and being a road dog.
Yeah.
When I finally get to the premiere night of Good Luck Chuck, I'm on the red carpet. Alba's on the red carpet. We're excited. Our friends and family are there. And all of a sudden I look over, and on the red carpet is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy randomly showed up to support my film.
Really?
I had no clue. Nobody said he was coming. I didn't even know if anybody knew he was coming. And ready, get this. We go into the theater. I'm nervous because Eddie Murphy is watching the movie, right?
Yeah.
The lights go down. I know where Eddie's sitting. I'm sitting in my seat, and I look over. I'm like, okay, Eddie's right over there. The lights go down. And then the very first funny thing that takes place in the movie, in that dark movie theater, all I hear is Eddie Murphy go,
oh my God. That must be a top 5 moment in life for you.
Oh, dude, it's I've had the proud opportunity of having some real highlight reel moments. I've definitely had, a few low moments that in hindsight became funny, but that will forever be one of the sounds that I'll never not hear is Eddie Murphy laughing at me in a dark theater.
Phenomenal. And he just showed up because he wanted to support another comedian, I assume, right?
I got to talk to him after briefly, and the thing that he said, which was so nice, is he knew that I like to do I contribute to the community. I like to do stuff with the foster care program. And once he heard that I was helping out, he was like, man, it meant a lot to me, and I wanted to come and show you with some support.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. Good story. Thank you. You're an incredible storyteller, which is present in your stand-up, so thank you for that story.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Blue.
So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump into the questions. I don't know if you know, my tagline's "Welcome to the Thunderdome," and that actually, I guess, was indirectly inspired by Floyd from Waiting, but that's been my tagline every single time I've streamed. So that's kind of bizarre. But
I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. If
sure.
we get a W tonight, if we get a lot of support from the community, a lot of good vibes, and if we get the W, I will, as Floyd, say the line like I said it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna do a round of applause for that one. We're gonna make that happen, baby. We're gonna make that happen. Okay. Awesome. So, Twitch's audience tends to be on the younger side, even though like 99.9% of people here definitely know exactly who you are. Would you mind sharing some of the incredible road you've traveled throughout your life?
Absolutely, man. 31 years doing what I love, stand-up comedy. It came out of Boston. I started doing open mic nights in 1990, right out of high school. Fell in love with it immediately. I felt like stand-up comedy. I felt like it did two things. It helped me and my family out of some hardship that we were in. We loved comedy. We loved laughing our way through tough situations.
Sure.
So it was a chance for me to do that with my family. But as it started to work and I started finding a community there, I was hearing back from other people, hey, you're doing for me what I knew I was doing for myself, which was using comedy not as something to bring people down or not something that was with malice,
sure,
but something that could be really uplifting and something that could be just entertaining, man, for the sake of just getting out there and moving people. And, laughter is a very powerful, way to break down the sometimes, belabored moments that we get in. So I fell in love with it, and I still feel the same way doing it all these years later as I did when I picked up the mic for the first time.
Awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, you're one of the most, you're probably the best at when it comes to just physical performance, your physical aspect of your comedy. Was that something that came very natural to you? How you're moving around the stage, running around, acting things out, going crazy?
I'm so lucky that I'm lucky I didn't like slip 9 discs over the years, because I was constantly throwing myself into whatever character, or I would just do anything. There was those early years where I didn't have much material. I was still trying to figure out like, what is my perspective? I'm a young guy. I'm a college age kid entertaining other college acts. So for a lot of years it was just like, I'll do anything and everything to be like a Tasmanian devil up there and find ways to get the laughs. Really, where the routine has, come to over the years, which I love, is it's that blend of written storytelling and ideas and observe and report. But I still like to let it rip once in a while, man, and just go up there and, throw that physical humor into a character or into a situation just to elevate the storytelling for that energy. Yeah,
100%. Phenomenal. Thank you for sharing that. Mods, can we get every couple minutes, can we get a shout out for Dane Cook Gaming, please? Dane Cook Gaming, one word, please. Before we get to the interview, just so you all know, Dane Cook is on Twitch. Literally streams on Twitch now. Dane Cook Gaming, one word. The username is right there. You can see it right underneath his face. Perfect. Is there a singular moment in your life that comes to mind that you're like very clearly most proud of?
I would probably say the first time I hosted Saturday Night Live was really epic
Yeah.
because when I was 14, 15 years old, I was an introvert. I had a lot of social anxiety, and yet I would watch Saturday Night Live and I kind of felt like, oh wow, that world feels like a fantastical place that I could have fun in, get lost in, be confident, create these characters.
Sure.
And I think for a lot of years, it was kind of my driving force. Like, man, could I ever audition for it or be a part of that series? And so to have Lorne Michaels all those years later and the success of, I think, Retaliation to come out, which you were nice enough to mention. And once that charted, Lorne Michaels called me I was in a Vegas hotel room down there for the Vegas Comedy Festival. And he said, I understand you want to host Saturday Night Live. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I never forget, long pause. He goes, you're hosting. And he gave me the date right there on the phone based on the success of that album. But here's what's wild, ready? And this is a great message for you or your fans. Or 2 weeks before Retaliation came out, I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get a magazine to write about me. I couldn't get any support for that album. And I certainly wasn't going to get something high profile like Saturday Night Live. But I worked and worked and worked for 2 straight years on that album, editing it myself, creating the cover art, track listing, anything I could do to just give it a theme and an energy that was unique to other things that were out there. And to see that chart, and then instantly the phone starts ringing. And it's just that reminder of like, sometimes it doesn't seem like all that hard work is going to pay off, or it seems like it's still 1,000 miles to get to a destination. But if you create something that stands out, it changes the world around you pretty quickly. And suddenly I was standing out there hosting Saturday Night Live.
That's amazing. That's going to resonate with a lot of people. We have a lot of streamers in the community, I'm sure, in this stream right now who probably go through a lot of ups and downs. And so it's really good to hear that motivation. I'm sure they could use that. I definitely can.
Listen, Blue, the downs, this is if life is a simulation or a challenge, the key is to look the downs in the eyes and go, okay, what else do you got? Yep. Don't let that stuff, you don't let it encumber you. Anything that I put myself into, including gaming, I just, I go in there with the belief of, hey, I may not be the best at this, or strategically I can't do that, or I might lack the hardware or the software, but maybe I can outthink or create a path for myself that if I win, other people will go, well, shit, I didn't know I could do it like that. Yeah. And that's the part of life, man, is taking on those challenges and not letting them, knock you down, but instead letting them punch you forward.
Yep. Motivate you and you learn from it. Learning moment.
Always, man.
Yep. Awesome. You were the first comedian in history to really utilize social media. I think a lot of people know that. Some may not. That you came up on MySpace. You were the first comedian to utilize MySpace, and MySpace is really responsible for propelling you into the mainstream or really launching your career. And it was genius how you did that. It's all about TikTok nowadays, obviously. And I was just wondering, what was social media marketing? And you kind of invented the wheel back then. What is it like compared to now?
Well, back then, so when I first started building up a community on MySpace, I treated it, actually, this is why I'm enjoying the community with Twitch so much. I treated it like it was the hub of not only fandom, but my fandom for other people. It was a chance for people to get to know me and my comedy. But then I was in there supporting other musicians and comedians and letting people know, like, this is also a hub for the things that I think I could help exploit and that you can enjoy. So funny enough, right away, I started getting into, I was doing early gaming, probably playing stuff like Quake 3 Arena, or because I've had every console, I've had every system, I've had every game, come through my computer at some point. And in that era, my screen name was DaneCook.com. It was actually www.danecook.com. And I would play these running guns, and when people would aim at me, they would see the name. That was when the whole name was over the head of the player as you were running around the field of battle. Yeah. I'd have to go to my website after and go, hey, man, I just killed you on that game, Soldier of Fortune. I just plasma rifled you in the kitchen, the modded map in Quake 3. And it said DaneCook.com. And they'd check out my comedy.
That's crazy.
For me, this is a continuation all these years later. I mean, I'm
Sure.
I'm the old bull now, but it's
Sure.
like when I was the young bull using something like this, really what I learned from it, and again, what I try to pass on to other people building their community is just make sure you put all your heart and soul into that page. It could be all the razzle dazzle in the world, but if you're not bringing something really real to it, then it's not going to, impact and resonate as much. So that's what I put in my, mission statement back then. Like, let's create, let's do this together. Let's see if you can put me on the map. I'll do the work on stage. You support me off. And I really feel like through MySpace, my fans helped me to find a global network.
You've always been really great at connecting with fans. I mean, that's how we met. I was just a fan DMing you.
Yeah, and I love writing people back. And to be honest, passion begets passion. And when I see people that love what they do, I want to reach out and be like, hey, I dig it. Keep it up. I hope that you're hearing. It's tough also too when you pull away from the pack. Sometimes in life, that tends to make people, for whatever reason, feel like they withdraw from you. So it's your job to keep the messaging like, no, man, you're on the ride with me. I don't want to feel like I'm doing this on my own. I want to feel like we're all doing this together. So that's what I love about Twitch, man. It's like I'm my second passion away from stand-up. When I don't have a mic in my hand, I usually have a controller. I'm a gamer through and through. Every day I'll grab some games somewhere, somehow. So to be part of something now that I can talk about my creative passions, but then my gaming intentions is really wild. I'm loving it.
That's insane. So it was just a natural decision for you to kind of say, you know what, I'm going to approach this Twitch thing and see what we can do over here.
Yeah, well, it was at first I didn't know if I would be embraced by the community because I wasn't sure if the community wanted to see the, I'm an intense gamer, man. I'm competitive, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, people are used to seeing me hit a punchline and hit a laugh. And I do these things on stage that sometimes are intense, but it's all with comedy at the core. This is a different, this is a different form of entertainment. And I was like, I could still be funny and a lot of things, but are people going to mind when I'm pissed, because I'm competitive, man. So people have told me loud and clear, we're having a good time on here. And that's what we're just going to continue to do, man. Casual competitive. That's my lane right there.
With the sniper knife combo, baby. Sniper knife combo, baby.
Do that. Yep. Slice and snipe. That's me.
Love it. Very, very cool. So what are your plans for Twitch in the future? Are you just taking it day by day right now? Or do you have any big plans for the future of Twitch?
I hate to say it, but I've got big ideas, and there's a few things that I've already kind of floated past the liaisons that have been nice enough to help me build my community there. I will say this, if it continues and grows in the pace that it has been, I think I've got a few opportunities through what I do away from Twitch to blend the worlds of comedy and Twitch together and to do something in the never been done before business on the platform, with the goal being something more that I could lend or give to the community. I'm here to, as a gamer, reflect the community, and it's great. It's easy for me because I love it. It's almost like I don't have to overthink it. But once I meld the two together, I think we're going to take Twitch to some places that it's never been before. Phenomenal.
I can't wait to see what you do with it, man.
Thanks, man. You too, dude.
Of course. So let's get into let's close it out with a handful of gaming questions, and then we'll jump into some Warzone duos. All right, we have to be cracked tonight. We have to get some wins. And now, you used to have Dane Cook in your screen name. Now the cool thing to do is just put TTV in brackets before your name. That's what all the cool kids do, and then you'll be set to go.
I don't know if I've ever been a cool kid. Am I allowed to do that?
Oh, of course, you guys.
I think I'm always the disruptor. Should I just put disrupt shortened at the beginning?
Perfect. Yeah, abbreviate disruptor. There we go. Okay, so first gaming memory.
Oh boy, first gaming memory. I remember going to an arcade in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and probably spending way too much of my coinage on a game called NFL Blitz, I think it was called, or it was
classic. No, that's the game.
NFL Blitz, right? The one with the fire and the ball that would and I just remember spending hours there. And then after that, I would actually travel around New England and find new arcades where I would play games like Burger Time. I spent a lot of money in that. Paperboy, Miss Pac-Man.
Yep.
I thought I was going to be the world champ at one point in that game. I just loved the arcade experience. And again, even the community there, my friends, and the hang time there. So that's really when I fell in love with gaming.
Love it. Love it. And by the way, you just hit 20K followers on Twitch, so congratulations. Guys, thank you all so much.
Baby, let's go!
One more round of applause for Dane. Let's throw some lights on. Let's get everything going a little bit. Let's go.
I'll just flash my phone for a second. That'll be my version of...
There you go. There you go. That's got to be a record. 20K in 50 days. Record. Send them a plaque, Twitch. Send them a damn plaque. Awesome. Guys, make sure you're following Dane Cook if you haven't already. Twitch chat went crazy when you mentioned NFL Blitz, by the way. What are some of the best games you've played recently outside of Warzone and or is Warzone kind of your go-to right now?
That's been my go-to. I mean, I love first person. I played Elden's Ring for a little bit, and I think I'm not even kidding when I say this. I don't think I even left the first area. I think I died like 36 times in a row.
Oh, it's brutal, man.
Dude, I was like, this must be on veteran setting, because I was dying in ways that, like, I was dying because, like, I guess I have like a wheat allergy, my player. So I ran through a field and I just collapsed and then turned into particles.
No.
Yeah, at one point I think I went to pet like a pretty looking horse, but it had like laser eyes and Dude, I was dying constantly, and I thought I had it on like some veteran mode, but yeah. I think it was the tutorial.
It was the tutorial. It wasn't even. That's typically everybody's first introduction into that type of game. Elden Ring is very brutal. It's a great game.
I'll tell you what I play a lot, man, which I love, is Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, classic. Yep.
Oh my God, that song gets in. I'm not going to do it, but that song gets in your head. I'm not going to do it, but after you play that game for like 40 minutes, don't you just want to like jump up against random walls to see if maybe that's the wall that opens?
Yeah, it makes its way into your brain, and I mean the bright colors, the music, you just become kind of in a trance. It's brutal.
I love it, man. I love trying out different games. Again, excited for certain games that are come out. This one that's coming out through what is this next RPG that's coming out? Starfield.
Yeah. Yep.
Starfield's interesting me.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to that. But
did you play like Skyrim and Fallout?
I did. Yeah. And you know what? I like these games, man. These are it's such a different lane, but when they're done well, they're so immersive, like the Witcher games and I love all those, but I always get drawn back to competitive multiplayer. Love the battle royale from PUBG up. I was on a Miramar.
Oh, you played PUBG?
Oh, dude, every day, man.
Wow.
I was the asshole that on the Miramar map. I was the asshole who would go all the way to the rusty wall at the very end of the map, where there's like just one abandoned hot dog stand and like an old Chevy Cavalier, and I just sit behind it with a sniper and just like wait and hope the circle someday would go ass out to that rusty wall.
Some things never change. You got the same play style in Warzone 2, which is what I like about you. I like the slow and strategic. I don't need to rush running everywhere.
Right. I'm tactical.
Yep.
Because I'm definitely not as the dexterity and I'm not gonna outpace somebody who's 15, 16, who's just like a wild child.
Yep.
But it's a little slower, it's a little more methodical, but when it's time to hit the gas and get aggressive, I'm the first one who's like, go, and I want to get in there at that point. So it's a mix, man. It's a nice mix.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. You have a very, very, very similar style to me, so I think we're gonna vibe well tonight.
Very nice.
Awesome. I got just two more little quick points. One, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but being a streamer is just a very brutal. It's a brutal experience mentally for a lot of streamers who are out there trying to chase their dreams. Like I said, lots of ups and downs, sometimes only downs. Do you have any advice to just upcoming streamers or creators who are chasing their dreams?
Yes. The best presentation in the world, the most dynamic and unique, will not set the world on fire unless there's something so benign and simple at the center, and that's your honesty and your truth. And it's sometimes the hardest thing, because we all get insecure. We all go, wait, if I have all this razzle dazzle, will people like me?
Yep.
Will people like me?
Yep.
But if I have cool shit around me, maybe they'll like me because I have all this. No.
Yep.
The key is if you build out and you let people get to know who you are, even if it's just sharing this much, I promise you, you will connect with people in a way that you have never even anticipated. And that's what I did through stand-up. A lot of years, it was just the jokes. And then when I started saying things like, hey, listen, I'd like to take some risks in my career and do some things away from stand-up. Would you guys support me? My fans right away were like, we'd love to see you do a drama like Mr. Brooks or Dan in Real Life. And I suddenly felt like the community understood where I wanted to go with them. And even if it didn't work, they were like, hey, man, the fact that you shared with us you want to try, we're going to support that. So put as much of you in your presentation.
Wonderful. Yeah, you already get it. You already get Twitch. That's what it's all about. People come to Twitch to connect. You know, they're not there just to see video games being played. They're there to connect with people. So it's all about connection. So you really nailed it. And I hope you all can take some of that from this man who's very successful and has a lot of life experience, and use that all to your advantage. Last thing I got before we jump into a game, you have a new special out already. Absolutely adored it, by the way. It was like classic Dane Cook when it came to the storytelling for me. And then it had the way it kind of differed from your previous specials that I appreciated is it had some very like meaningful moments and messaging in there. At least that was more clear than other stand-ups from you that I've seen. So it kind of had everything. It wasn't just pure jokes the whole time. I really, really loved it. And it's called Above It All. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how to get to it?
Oh, man, cool. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Above It All is my latest special. It's actually on DaneCook.com right now. The new DaneCook.com that just launched tonight. So you can see a trailer of it now the second you go to the page. The idea for Above It All was I called Marty Kullner, who directed me in Vicious Circle. He also directed Isolated Incident. I said, Marty, I have a big bombastic idea, but it's still really personal. And I'd love for you to direct it. And he goes, well, what is it? I go, I want to shoot this on my front porch in the Hollywood Hills overlooking LA, but I want to shuttle people up to sit on my lawn. I don't want them to know they're coming to my house. I don't want them to know.
That's how it went?
Yeah. So I hired a shuttle company to shuttle the people that signed up to see a secret show. They thought they were just coming to see me in like some theater.
Oh.
So we brought up like 500-600 people. We had all these cool bean bags and comfortable, places to sit on my lawn. And they came in and they sat literally in front of my porch. You'll see it if you go just check out the trailer tonight. You can watch it. And then I came out of my house and I did a show like if you came over to like hang at a barbecue and just wanted me to shoot the shit with you for a little bit while you sat there and got a little inebriated poolside next to the house. So I tell Marty that I want to do this, and he goes, wow, that sounds really like sounds really unusual. Like, what's our like hook in terms of like aesthetically? I was like, I want to get some drone shots. I want to get real great coverage of the crowd. I said, but really, I want it to be a moment of celebrating 31 years of doing what I love. So I'm literally wearing my high school hoodie from Arlington High School outside of Boston. And I'm bringing people through this, sometimes chaotic, bizarre career that I've had. But of course, at the center of it, I'm just trying to get as many yucks as I can. So it's my favorite special. It's Marty Kullner directing at his best. And I hope people will go over and at least take a look at the trailer. And if you want to gift it, you can send it to somebody else, or you can watch it right now. Well, not right now, after we get to some W.
Perfect. And we got my mods throwing your link in there right now into chat with the DaneCook.com. So go check it out, guys. You guys will adore it. I always wondered, because when you just walk out of your house and you walk onto stage, it did seem like no one really knew what to expect, and you kind of just showed up in your backyard. And so it's cool to hear that was like a fully authentic thing.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to talk to people after each night. We did one Friday, one Saturday, and have people come up and say, I was being shuttled to this location. I'm thinking like, am I being kidnapped? I mean, what is happening here? Where are you taking me? And then to celebrate 30 years of stand-up, like I said, I love what I do. I love making people laugh. And to go all the way from, I'm a welfare kid outside of Boston, Massachusetts, and now I get to stand on this front porch of a home that comedy provided me, and to share that with the fans. It's kind of a pinch me moment, man. I know people will love the show.
Yeah, you guys hear that? Anything is possible, man. Welfare kid from Boston. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Well, wonderful, Dane. Dane, thank you so much for doing this from the bottom of my heart, from my community. Thank you so much for doing this, man. It's kind of hard to put into words. It still doesn't feel real. Hopefully it'll feel real when I wake up tomorrow. But I grew up listening to you truly. Like, I'm not just saying that because you're a famous person I connected with. You really were the first comic I got involved with. So thank you so much, man. I genuinely appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful, successful journey on Twitch. You obviously will. And I'm looking forward to the games tonight, man.
Thank you, man. And this is what we're going to do. Not only we're going to get some W's, not only if we get that W, am I going to give you the Floyd line that you want, but then after this stream, we're going to get you some more branding. I think that you need a little bit more messaging around you. I'm going to send you over a tarp with Blue Thunder in the middle that you can wrap yourself.
There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need a fifth one in here.
Let me say this before we jump out, because I want to let you guys know something. This dude right here, he's a hardworking guy. He wanted to and was dedicated to building his love of gaming, his love of providing that information. And I knew from the very first time I saw his videos, this guy's here to stay. But like anything, you need the support. So make sure you throw Blue the support. And I hope you guys come over and have a good time with us, talking shit, getting some W's. Let's go.
Thank you, Dane. Yeah, guys, Dane's going to be live when, like 5 minutes?
Under that. I'm hitting right now.
Under 5 minutes, Dane's going to his movie theater to play on The Wall. Incredible setup in there. Go check him out on Twitch. He's going to be live here in 5 minutes, guys, and we're going to catch some games together. You are going to be able to see his face cam over here, too. But go check him out, okay? Dane, send me... You're welcome. Send me an invite on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And we're good to go.
All right, I'm heading over there right now. I'll see you guys over there.
Guys, let's get some hearts in chat for Dane Cook. Thank you so much, Dane. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man.